Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Viviana, a graphic designer, and in today's video I want to show you how to get started as a graphic designer. So what I mean by that is what tools and software do you actually need in order to become a professional graphic designer. So if you are ready, let's get started. Alright, so the first tool I want to talk about is a computer or laptop. Anything can do. What I use is a MacBook Pro 13, and that is because I absolutely love Apple. I have an iPhone, I have a smartwatch, everything from Apple. You can choose any other device that you want, but what I recommend keeping in mind is how many RAM memory it has. So my one has only 8 GB, but if you can afford more, then I absolutely recommend that. And that is because if you want to create something complex, like let's say a video in Premiere Pro or After Effects, then these softwares require a larger gigabytes memory RAM. Obviously I use my laptop, which works fine, but if you want something maybe more complex, then my laptop wouldn't do that, and I did have some problems with my laptop in the past when creating videos. So keep that in mind. I find that very important. If you cannot afford it, then any laptop would do, and don't worry about that. Just find something that can help you work and where you can actually download all your software. Right, the next tool I want to talk about is the Magic Mouse. You don't really need this one, but I use it more than the trackpad. But when I started as a graphic designer, I only used the trackpad, and that is fine, and you can work only with that, but I do prefer this one. Another tool that I have is the Magic Trackpad, which you can use as well, but you don't need both of them. I just got them as a gift, and that's why I have both. But if I would go back, I would buy only one of them. Any would do. It's up to you. Another important tool, which is tool number 3, is a hard drive, an external hard drive, and I have this one from Lacy. As you can see, it's really small and it comes with 2 cables. So one that has the one that goes inside the hard drive, and the USB-C, which is compatible with MacBook. And it also has this cable, which again is going to be inside the hard drive, and it's a USB 3, which probably will be compatible with other laptops. So the hard drive is very important because if you're gonna have client work, then you will need to keep them inside here, because you're not gonna have enough memory at the point later on in your journey. So I think a hard drive is extremely important. This one is 1 TB, but anything would do. And what's great about this one is that it has an Adobe Creative Cloud subscription for a month included, which I found amazing. So if you want to save money, you can get a 1 month free and the hard drive as well. And all of these tools will be linked in the description below, so please check that out. Another important tool, but this is mostly for MacBook users, is this accessory that has 3 different ports. It has the USB 3, it has memory card and SD card. I use this for creating videos, and I use this one for my drawing tablet. So if you have MacBook 13 like me, then you will know you don't have any USB 3 ports, and you need an external accessory for that. But if you have any other computer or laptop or device, then you'll be fine, because you'll probably have the USB 3 port in there. And I found that this is very important to have in the beginning, and this is Kiwi Bird, but anything will do. This was pretty cheap from Amazon, but if you want something more complex, there are like bigger ones that are probably around £80, and they have all of them included. So it is totally up to you which one you want to choose. Let's move on to the next tool. The next tool is a Wacom tablet and a pencil. And this comes with a cable. I just didn't show it in here, but there is also wireless ones. And what you can do with it is actually draw on your computer. And I use this for whenever I want to draw illustrations. If you don't have an iPad, then this is really helpful. I don't have one at the moment, but I do consider buying one in the future, but in the beginning you don't need any of them. I just wanted to show that if you can afford this one, I think it would be a great tool for illustration. You can use it for many more other things, but you don't necessarily need this one. This is just something extra that I wanted to show you that you can buy if you can afford it. Let's move on to the next tool. So the next tool is actually a software which is Adobe Creative Cloud, and I use this all the time. You can get as well smaller memberships, so you can only get Photoshop or Illustrator, but if you get Adobe Creative Cloud, then you will have all of them all together, and I do use around 4 to 5 softwares from their memberships. They do run annual discounts, and I got mine when they had a 50% discount, so if you have the patience, then I would really recommend you waiting for it. What's great about Adobe Creative is that everything is connected together, and if you, for example, want to transfer something from Photoshop to Illustrator, that is really easy. Sometimes you can even copy and paste from one program to another. You can also have free softwares, which I haven't used that much, but if you can afford Adobe Creative Cloud, then I highly recommend it. Now, depending on which graphic designer you want to be, you will need some kind of membership or some free resources on mockups or any other graphics. So in my case, I'm a branding designer and I do need a lot of mockups and brushes and fonts. So all of these you can find in Envato Elements, and if you haven't used Envato Elements, then I highly recommend it. But it is a bit more expensive than other options. If you cannot afford Envato Elements, then there are a lot of free resources out there, and I will link some in the description down below. And later I'll also create a video with free resources for graphic designers, so please stay tuned. Now let's move on to the next tool. And the last tool of this video is actually a software called Skillshare. Skillshare is a platform where you can learn anything from how to draw, how to create a logo, and how to create a brand identity. It is absolutely amazing, and in just a few minutes or maybe a few hours you can learn how to be a better designer. I do believe that this is extremely important for you if you want to be a really good and professional designer. You should always learn something new, and you don't have to do this on a daily basis, but maybe weekly or monthly you can refresh your skills or learn something new. And that is it from me today. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and all of these tools are going to be linked down below in the description, so check that out. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe, and please support my channel if you like it and you want to see more of these videos. So see you next time. Thank you so much.